This is a Stoic or Buddhist non-attachment meditation. Why must we gain Stoic non-attachment from our emotions? During a conversation between Anakin Skywalker and Yoda tells Anakin, premonitions, these visions you have, they are of pain, suffering, death. Yoda, yourself you speak of, or someone you know? Anakin, someone. Yoda, close to you? Anakin, yes. Yoda, careful you must be when sensing the future, Anakin. The fear of loss is the path to the dark side. Anakin, I won't let these visions come true, Master Yoda. Yoda, death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them not. Miss them not. Attachment leads to jealousy, the shadow of greed, that is. Anakin, what must I do, Master Yoda? Yoda, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Part of Stoic philosophy is understanding that there are some things that are within our control and there are some things outside of our control. Indeed, many of the bad things that happen to us in our human lives are outside our control. And in fact, the universe, as the Buddha taught and as the Stoics taught, is a state of impermanence. Things are always changing. Our life is a lot like leaves on a tree, and all these leaves will eventually fall. The trick is to become okay with that impermanence that is our lives, and to accept cheerfully and with joy everything as it comes in its due season, without resentment towards the universe or towards what's happened to us in our lives. So what we're going to do now is what's called a negative visualization, a meditation in which we will use Stoic negative visualization to one, realize what we have, and also realize that it can also be taken. By doing this meditation, you'll be more grateful for what you currently have, and you won't ever take for granted the many things that you have in your life, by realizing that attaching yourselves to them will actually lead to your pain. And as Yoda has said, we must train ourselves to let go of everything we fear to lose. This is that training right now. First, imagine that you are in good health, that you can think clearly, that you feel joy in your body and in your surroundings, in your emotions. And now imagine that your health is taken from you. It could be as simple as a cold, or it could be as drastic as getting cancer. Now, as you lose your health, and there's nothing that you can now control to regain this health. Let go of the feeling of attachment towards your health. Why must you be healthy? Can you be cheerful even without your health? Can you face the fact that you are not healthy? Take a deep breath in, and as you take the deep breath in, let that be the form of attachment of which you place your desire on your health. And as you take a deep breath out, let that be the release of that attachment towards your health. So that when you take the breath out, you're cheerfully relinquishing the demand that you must have health to be happy. Do this several times. Again, with the breath in, your form of attachment towards your health. And then with the breath out, a release of that attachment, showing your ability to be cheerful and joyful without your health. Now, think of something else you fear to lose. Perhaps a relationship, a romantic relationship. In this case, it could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, it could be your husband, your wife. Now, imagine that your boyfriend or your husband or your girlfriend or your wife is taken from you, whether that's through a natural death or an accident, or perhaps a divorce or a breakup, so that the breath in is your attachment for this person, and the breath out is your non-attachment towards this person. But when you breathe out, you're not breathing out in sadness. You're not breathing out in a desire or a secret desire for attachment yet again, but rather you are breathing out with joy, with cheerfulness, that you were able to know them, and that now it is time and part of the universe to let them go. Just as winter changes to spring, and spring to summer, and summer to fall, and fall to winter, so that you're not clinging to one season, but you're allowing, just as you allow seasons to come and go, so you're allowing relationships to come and go. Practice breathing now with the same thought, relationship, the attachment that you have, and then letting go with each breath out. And with each breath out, focus on the joy of letting yourself go and letting them go in a state of uh, in a realization that all things are impermanent and all things will change. Now, perhaps you have a child or a brother or a sister, or a very close friend. Now, imagine this child, this friend, this sister, brother, perhaps a cousin, or another family member that you value, that you feel attachment to. Imagine that this person suddenly dies. Or is unable to be with you. Perhaps an argument occurred between you, or perhaps the friendship ended. But for whatever reason, this person that you care for is now gone. And with each breath in, experiencing that, again, that form of attachment, and holding it there a bit, and then with each breath out, letting go. And as you breathe out, feeling a feeling of peace, a feeling of joy, a feeling of letting seasons come and letting seasons go without attaching yourself to a particular season or a particular person. But rejoicing in the time and the season that you had them, but learning to let go. Now, think of your valuables, perhaps your car, perhaps a bike you have, or perhaps a couch, perhaps a bed, perhaps a pillow, perhaps a favorite silverware, or favorite computer game, or any bear to mind or bring to mind any possession, a physical possession that you particularly enjoy or like. And now imagine in your mind that that is somehow removed from you and that you no longer have that possession. Could be a favorite book. It may even be perhaps all of your savings that you have earned in your bank account that you have established. Or perhaps it's a retirement fund or savings for a home or any material or money that you have. Let all of those things simultaneously be burned, be lost, be destroyed, so that you have no possessions at all, including your clothing. So that the very thing that you have left is your naked body. And with each breath in and with each breath out, relinquish the feeling of desire that you have for those things. Rejoice perhaps in what you had or what you had. And now, just as the seasons pass, let go of them all and still be cheerful with what you have, with what is left to you. Now, meditate upon the naked body that you have left. And realize that your body, your physical body, will die. That you'll lose the use of your hands, your feet, your toes, your fingers, your mouth, your eyes, your ears. Everything that you physically have will cease to either work or will decay and die, including your own consciousness and ability to think. And as you think about your mortality and think about your life, let go with each passing breath in and out of that life. Rejoice in the life that you have had, but like this changing of the seasons, let go of your life as well. And rejoice as you breathe out in your death. Do not mourn your death, but feel rather cheerfulness that you even had a life in this universe, on this planet, at all. And just as you allow seasons to pass and plants to grow and plants to die and plants to regrow, etc., let go of the feeling that you must cling to life forever. And be cheerful in the letting go and then the rejoicing, and do not feel to mourn your passing. Now, as you have thought about loss of your romantic or relationships, or your friendships, or your family members, or your physical possessions, or even your own life, now think of the impermanence of the very universe and planet you're on, including all of the fishes in the ocean, every microorganism on the planet, and every animal that walks the earth and every human that walks the earth, or animal that flies. Think of also the entire universe in which the earth is in, and the galaxies, and the stars. And think too on the impermanence of it all, of the very universe that you're in. And as you take a breath in, attach yourself to that universe. And as you take a breath out, realize that this too will end, that the universe itself will end. And do not mourn the loss of this universe, this planet, and all life on it. But rather, when you take your breath in and out, rejoice that it ever existed at all. So that with each breath in and with each breath out, everything that you know, including your own consciousness, friends, family, lovers, the good and the bad, everything is impermanent, and let go of it all, and yet rejoice and feel cheerful in the letting go, in the non-clinging to any of it, to the self, to the universe, to all things in it. Or as Marcus Aurelius has concluded and reminded us, that the things we treasure are like the leaves on a tree, ready to drop when a breeze blows. That the universe is full of flux and change. And that someday all these things will be lost to us. But in that realization, we know that none of this can be repeated. That our final meal or final kiss or parting kiss of a loved one will be, and will be not taken granted for, but the present moment in which we have to live will be appreciated more when we realize that all things are impermanent, and the only thing that we have right at this time is this present moment. So with your last breath, take in cheerfulness and take out with the breath cheerfulness and all that you have right now, which is this present moment. And at the sound of the bell, awaken yourself to this present moment and be cheerful. And train yourself, and you hear the bell, to let go of everything you fear to lose.